my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you at the dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
Here we go again. CGI. Now there's a video making his rounds on Twitter from old Joe Nicholslick's Twitter page of him condemning that day in January. And needless to say, this shit seems a little off. Check this out.
Can't be pro-insurrection and pro-cop. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-democracy. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-American. Donald Trump lacked the courage to act. The brave women and men in blue all across this nation should never forget that.
Now, is it me, or does it look like the White House deep-faked the president's face? I swear you can't make this shit up. Everything is frozen but his mouth. I'm telling y'all, something up. They might be legitimately giving old Joe Nicholslick that weekend at Bernie's treatment. And while they got his ass off in some Lazarus pit or some shit, they got some poor intern standing in while some IT guy do some Pixar shit. And like I said before, the government ain't beyond doing some bullshit like this.
They do a lot of things. For all I know, that piss was digital. They get crazy with special effects. Look, check this out. I didn't even just do that. Did I do that? That piss was digital. They do crazy stuff with special effects.
I'm telling y'all, like I said, he ain't gonna make it to 2024. Mark my words. Kamala Harris over there like this, rubbing her hands like Birdman. Like I always say, they love telegraphing their punches. So watch out for the hook. Ken and Hotep. I'll holla at you.
Especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. Motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the Hotep's Been Told You After Party. I'm Cannon Hotep. As I sit over here and I have to fix Jay's picture real quick because OBS be wildin'. Oh no, maybe it was me because I had Corey in here the other day. Boom, there we go. What's up, Jay?
It's good, Cannon. Good to be here, man. Appreciate you.
If you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out, guys. Share this stream, let people know we live. You catching the replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. We can use that constructive criticism over here, y'all. You want to donate to the channel? $, Cannon Hotep on Cash App, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Always welcome. Your boy is poor over here. My kids is on vacation, and they eating me out of house and home. I went to the market like 2 days ago, and I ain't got shit left. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Somebody help me, please. Help me, please.
It's hard times out here on these streets.
On these streets, bro. Good Lord in the morning. Woo, that felt good. Gain of function, Jonah. Jonah back in the building. What up, bro? Anyway, I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Anyway, so, Jay, let's just get to it, man.
Yes, sir.
I took my son to that store. I told you that, right?
No, what store again? Go ahead, tell me. Oh, the toy store.
The toy store.
Okay.
So I took my kid to the toy store, right? And I thought that I was just doing something, bro. I thought I was doing something. Boy, was I wrong, Jay. Boy, was I wrong. My son is he just got monster trucks. Shit that I could have got him out of Walmart, right? He watches all these old ass cartoons, right? He be watching, remember I told you, he be watching, remember the ones that like Deke, like the DIC commercials or whatever, like.
Oh, that was the main one I remember was Inspector Gadget was like that.
Exactly, right.
But,
the Get Along Gang and
that knockoff that knockoff Garfield cartoon, Heathcliff,
yeah,
was also affiliated with them.
Weren't they? All of it. Yeah, he watching all of it. So last weekend I found a store not far from my house. I'm like, oh, they got all this shit here. It's a consignment shop, but they got everything from like our childhood, yo. They had all, like, if I had the money at the time, like I told you, I gotta go pay for my kids to eat and shit.
Get the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
No, I was about to get all the Voltron lions.
Oh, shoot. Voltron. That's expensive, right?
It was $100 a piece for the lions.
Heck no.
I was going to get all the Voltron lions.
You missed me with the $100 of Voltron toy.
I'm dead serious. I was going to get all the Voltron lions, bro.
Knowing those pieces of plastic cost like $3 a pop back when they came out.
Yeah, back when they came out. They had the Silverhawks jet. They had the Silverhawks jet. Let me get you back on here with that. Oh, man. Boom. There we go. So you can see the screen?
Yes.
So that's my son. That's Hunter. He need a haircut. You know, he hate going to the barbershop. So we just going through the store, right? And I'm like, yo, he about to lose it. He gonna see the McDonald's toys he always looking at on YouTube. Ain't want none of that. Look, there go all the lions.
Dang.
He had all the lions. Right? But he picked none of that stuff. He walked out of there with 3 raggedy ass $3 monster trucks. I felt like I failed this mission. I got myself
kidding over here like, look at the Voltron. Look at the Voltron,
yeah,
son.
Right.
Look at the Voltron.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I'm ready
where the matchboxes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, they had like
the Hot Wheels.
They had the Marvel like metal series, like the gold Cyclops. It was dope. Like, look at this. Look, you see, look, that was $450.
Dang, I have all that. Star Wars collection.
Look, the Thundercats. Come on, yo, the tank from Thundercats. Like they had all
I used to have that Hulk Hogan.
I don't know what that is.
That's
I was like, is that the USS flag? That's not the flag. It's G.I. Joe. It's got the, I guess this is the boat or whatever. This the submarine. It's got the space shuttle. They wanted $2,400 for that toy.
Wow.
Like it was a dope store, and I'm sitting there. I'm looking around, and I'm trying to get him to pick up some cool shit. No, he wants some raggedy ass monster trucks. You know what I mean? I was so pissed off. Hotep Federale, they say Voltron for life.
He knows what he wants.
Bro, I was so mad. I'm like, we can get like out, bro. Like I said, these kids running me dry. I'd have bought all those lions and formed Voltron, and that shit would be sitting right here. I'm dead serious.
You know, if you find one of those white wall Hot
go the
Wheels
black
toys,
lion right there.
Huh?
There go the black lion right there.
The black. If you find one of those white wheeled Hot Wheels toys, it's worth a lot of money.
A word? They probably had them in
The
like,
white walls.
Because they had
They're
a
worth a
couple
ton.
toys that they had some couple toys that was behind like glass. Like, yeah, nah, you're gonna pay a premium for these. Like the X-Wing was $30. I could have bought the X-Wing. But the Millennium Falcon, $450. The smaller one over off to the right that I showed, that was $350. The Silverhawks plane was $500 for the Silverhawks joint. And I forgot how much they said it was for the Thundercats tank. They had all of, remember the wrestling dummies that was made out of like the Indian rubber or whatever you call it?
What? No.
The real hard rubber, pause. Like back in the 80s, like they was like, they were just completely rubberized, and they was like, it was just straight. It was like, if you threw that shit at somebody, you might give them a concussion. It was made like the same rubber that like lacrosse balls be made out of. But anyway, they had all that stuff, y'all. I was like, man, I think I'm about to go ahead. My son, he about to walk. I'm gonna be the dad of the year. He got his McDonald's little Happy Meal toys that was $4 for the Transformer Happy Meal toys. Remember them? Mm-hmm. $4 a piece for them. I was ready to buy all of them. Let's get all of them, son. No, he ain't want those. He walked around that store for an hour and walked out with 3 monster trucks, y'all. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed, Jay. I was just, I don't know if it was my pride that was hurt.
He said
my inner child. I don't know if it was my inner child that was hurt. I'm just like, damn, son. Goodness gracious.
He might get into the Hot Wheels because, like I said, like I think there's this one white wall and this one rubber wall. It's called Treasure Hunts. They have the Datsun. That's $350 if you can find it. $350.
Word?
Yeah, because there's certain Hot Wheels that they only make one out of like every 10,000, every 100,000. So they're rare. But if you come up on them at the store, just flip, look through them and look for the tires to be rubber wheels or white walls, and then, man, you got it made. You throw that up on eBay, you good.
I started to buy the Nintendo. They had a Nintendo in there for $80, and they had
the old NES Nintendo.
Yeah, they had that, and they had
What game were you
games.
gonna get for it if you got that?
They had Paperboy. They had a
So you
bunch
gonna
of
play some Paperboy?
Contra. I probably would have played Contra or Metroid.
Yeah.
It was so many games to go through. I couldn't get through all of them. I was like, damn, they got so many games. They had a bunch of Atari games. It was so much shit in there, yo, Jay. Like, you got to keep going back and looking. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. This is a crazy story. Check this shit out. Keep you over here on the Twitters real quick. Hold on. There it goes. Check this out. So this dude right here R-worded a 13-year-old girl in front of her 13-year-old boyfriend or brother or whatever with a machete. Like he had him at machete point. In the middle of the day in a park. Come to find out, he is, surprise, I knew that in my thing. He's an illegal. So I guess he's from Ecuador now that we find out. Now, allegedly, he got his ass whooped and he got turned in, right? But this goes to show you that people was tripping over Donnie T when he was like, oh, they're not bringing their best. They're not bringing their best. They're sending their rapists and their murderers and their thieves, right? And everybody got all up in arms like, how could you say that? They're a proud people and blah, 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 blah. And that's what we've been seeing all year is stories like this. You got him, and then you got like 5 other white girls that got killed or missing or R-worded. You seen the one girl that got lassoed around her neck. It's so much stuff going on. Like, and it vindicates Donnie T, yo. Like, it's like, yo, he was right. They not sending their best. I remember when Vice did a whole like special on Border Patrol. This was back in like 2008. Somewhere around there. No, when I'm moving this house. I'm moving this house 2010. So it was like 2010, 2011. Right? Vice. They did a whole Border Patrol joint. The women said that before they make the trek to America, they go get birth control because they know that it's a high potential that they're going to get the R word on the way here. Right after they do that, they cut to the Border Patrol. It's 2 women screaming in the tunnel. They running there. These dudes trying to R word them. Then the guys see ICE, they run back across the border into whatever town it was bordering. Right? And people, and then, you know, so fast forward to, you know, 2016 and all that other stuff and the Trump presidency, they trying to make all of this, they trying to cap for all these illegals. It's like, yo, he's right. If they were upstanding citizens in their country they were coming from, then they would come through the front door. But they know they're not going to, if they get vetted, they're not going to make it through the front door. So what they going to do? They're going to come across the Rio Grande. You know, the magnificent swimmers they are, according to Eric Adams. They're gonna come across the Rio Grande and try to circumvent that checkpoint because they know that on their merit they can't do it. They can't do it. That's the crazy part. How you think all these MS-13 getting in here? We got a crazy MS-13 presence in Maryland.
Oh really?
Yeah, a couple years ago they cut some girl heart out.
Dang.
Yeah, they kidnapped Shorty, cut her heart out. There's so much shit that go on in MS-13 here. It's up in like Maryland, Gaithersburg and shit like that. It's crazy, yo. And, you know, and I'm not going after like, you know, my Spanish brothers and sisters. It's just that, and they even know this shit though. Like, yeah, no, the ones coming across the border that's circumventing, the, you know, the front door is the ones that know they can't make it through the front door on their merits. If they get their record run or their name run in the database, they probably gonna be wanted for something and they gonna get arrested or sent back or whatever. So that's what happens. And then here we go. This delinquent right here on the screen that y'all see. He did something unthinkable to a 13-year-old girl. Why? Either her boyfriend or her brother watched.
Dang.
And they told him to stay there for 20 minutes while he got away.
While he got away, huh?
While he got away.
Man, that was on the streets. The streets.
It was in a park.
A park, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it was in Texas. I don't know why I thought it was New York, but it was in Texas. Regardless, it don't even matter where the fuck it was at. It happened. For some reason, I felt like he got caught in New York. Oh, it was, yeah. New York City. It was New York City. Sorry.
He came to Texas. He went to Texas.
He must have hauled ass to Texas and got caught.
Okay.
So, yeah, in NYC, he was caught by Border Patrol in Eagle Pass, Texas. But this is crazy, yo. This is what we got going on. This is what y'all got going on, New York, Chicago. This is what you got going on in your cities. This is what happens when you let people across your border unvetted. And I can't even yell at New York because now they starting to realize what the hell they voted for. And I hope they got buyer's remorse, and I hope you correct course this time around. I hope you dumbasses don't re-elect Eric Adams as your mayor. I hope that y'all get rid of Hochul as your governor. What's the dude in Chicago? What's his name? Brandon Johnson or some shit like that. Get his ass out of there. Get the governor of Chicago, of Illinois out of there. This is what they're doing. They putting your kids at risk and at danger. They putting you at risk. All the while just rolling out the red carpet for these motherfuckers.
Was it the two-pronged attack? Basically, they were looking for They were looking for the voting block. They wanted to switch up the voting block. And then secondly, they wanted to gerrymander all the areas that once they go into those areas, they think they're going to settle down in those areas, and then they can census check those areas where they inundated them with everyone coming in from the outside. And then the other game plan, I would guess, for the elite is the 85,000 children missing out of this. It's like, where are 85,000 children?
That's a lot of kids, yo.
Where in the world are the kids? And then you see, the question becomes then, if they're doing this, is it because of organ harvesting? Is it because of trafficking? Because that's probably what's going on with those. We don't know where all those kids are supposed to be being kept at, because nobody's there to watch out for them.
Right. It's crazy, yo. It's ridiculous, and I'm really happy people are really starting to wake up. But the thing about it is this, right? You notice how people starting to wake up, and you're starting to have a lot of black folks, right? Yeah, you know what? I'm going with Trump, yo. Maybe I don't like what he say, but I know that I have more money in my pocket and I wasn't fucking struggling, right? But then turn around, here come the white girl saying the N-word, and here come Nick Fuentes with a resurgence and all this other shit. It's almost like, it's like it's a plan to start pushing black folks away by doing dumb shit like that.
Look at Candace Owens, like Hotep Jesus was covering today in the Griff Report with her nonsense yesterday. Right. It's something so stupid to be doing that. So yesterday was great. They had Juneteenth Day at the IMAX here at the AMC. Free movies, highlighting. One of the movies was Sound of Hope, so I took my wife to go see it. Mm-hmm. We had not a packed theater, but it was a decent crowd in there to see Sound of Hope. And what Sound of Hope was it was like not kind of like a sequel to Sound of Freedom, basically, but it was like another message film. And this time it was about adoption, because there's a lot of neglected kids out there. So it was a true story about Possum Trout in Texas, and this reverend and his wife saw that all these kids were being abused and neglected. So they took it upon themselves, and the community took it upon themselves to start adopting these neglected kids and bring them in. It was all black families, husband, wife teams, taking in these children that were being neglected, being abused, being beat up, being out there on the streets. They've got crackhead parents. They had all kinds of issues. They brought them into their homes. They prayed over them. They kept them safe out of those environments, and they gave them a loving family structure. Now, we could have been celebrating something like that, Candace Owens. We could have been saying, I want everyone. She's got the Christ is King on her thing, but she's not doing the Christ-like mission out there. Instead of attacking some Juneteenth, she could have been bringing some people together over Juneteenth and said, listen, I want you and your families to go watch this Sound of Hope. Mm-hmm. Go support things that are supporting the nuclear family, and stop worrying about the division. Right. But she was on divisive time. She was on her script. And that continues to be the case with these people in the higher position, to keep people divided at each other's throat. And the same thing goes with this Lily White character. Yeah. There's nothing trad wife about her cursing on camera thinking that that's cute.
No, she from the same think tank Nick Fuentes is from.
They glow.
But the funny part is that the dumbasses, they out there tripping like, oh, what's the problem? Like I was watching Kid Gravity. Shout out to Kid Gravity. He was covering like your boy Tatum out there capping for Shorty, right? As we know he would do, right? And he was like, I hate when people use the word, the N-word, and it makes me uncomfortable. And then he immediately cuts to the clip where he was cussing Hotep Jesus out. You want to be a hood nigga? You want to be a hood? I was tripping my ass up, but it's like they capping for this shit. But then when it comes time to vote, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be like, where was the black support? It's like, y'all niggas ran it away. We saw y'all was moving, and they moved accordingly because they didn't like your rhetoric.
And that might, you know what? That might even be playing into what we saw with Donnie T's numbers today, where it said it slipped down by 1 point.
It could be.
Because you have Candace Owens out here running her mouth about Juneteenth is ghetto and this, that, and the third, and you have all these other people, and they try to attach themselves to him. And he's not even saying any of this nonsense. He's not the one running his mouth about it. No. He's the one, the first time I ever heard it, and I'm here in Oklahoma, near on the Texas border, And we never even heard the Juneteenth stuff until Donnie T brought it up, and then they started showing it and showcasing what it was about. It wasn't being highlighted before that in our area, at least, and not in the school system and not in anything. Now we're aware, but previously it wasn't getting that traction. So they could have went with that route.
Yeah, and I didn't hear about it until I heard about it like 2017. This is when Killer Mike was really putting it out there. I would only see Killer Mike always saying Happy Juneteenth. Right,
and then Killer Mike's videos and his documentary and the other stuff that he was doing was blowing up. That's probably one of the first times I heard it too. Right after I heard Donnie T's little snippet where he said we're gonna try to make this a holiday. He was the first character trying to put it in. Right. I mean, him and his team. So they could go back and look at that rather than just doing this nonsense where they want to label things as ratchet and ghetto and just to try to just to be divisive. They're the ones being divisive by saying some nonsense like that.
They are, and they don't realize it. It's like you let these saboteurs come in and do this shit, and then y'all follow behind it. Like, yeah, it's just the word. It's like, yo, it's not up to you. It's not up to you, and y'all dumbasses is letting them do this shit like a Trojan horse, and then y'all gonna pay for it at the polls. That's what's gonna happen. Period. Now, some people that see through it, but a lot of people, they don't like that shit. And they already, so when they hear that, they're going to associate America first with that shit, with that rhetoric, using N-word and stuff, and then they're going to then turn around, oh, America first, make America great again. That's the same thing. MAGA, we can't go vote for that, man. That's what's going to happen. And they're retarded. They're fucking retarded, and they just sit there and push that shit. You know why? Because they grifting. Some of them just grifting. Oh, she's hot right now. Let me go ahead and jump on this, and I'm a defender, and so people go, yeah, and then I'm gonna get more views and get more money and more. It's like, okay, at this point,
that's probably one of the easiest routes, Cannon, for some people to take. One of the easiest routes to take is to just be divisive, to just get your mentions filled up with people mad at you.
What's up, Emmanuel? Emmanuel in the building. We got. Holden says, is it just me or Jay sound different?
Did I sound different?
You sound the same to me. Oh, no.
I don't know if my, the way I've got my studio set up in here, I don't know if my equipment is the same way it usually is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I got you set up the same way. Retro with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, homie. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, to me, it's just another day, especially when it's on a Saturday and I can't get it off. LOL. You will usually hear, like in Maryland, if a holiday falls on like a Saturday, we get that Monday off. But I feel what you're saying, and I said that to you in my little Juneteenth video. I said that in my little Juneteenth. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and play my Juneteenth video because why not?
Why not? Let's get it.
Let's see if what I said still holds up. Oh man, where is it at? Let's find it. I did so many videos, man.
We got to get back on the Hotep movie talk too.
We do, and I did not see Bad Boys yet because it was just a weird weekend, and I couldn't get. Couldn't get there. Like I
thought you were at the theater watching the Bad Boys.
Nah, there was a lot going on. Then I forgot Tank was fighting, so I was like, "Fuck, I ain't going there." And we're gonna talk about that, but So and I did this video early in the fucking morning. I was wilding. All right, here we go. Let's get it. See if it still holds up today.
So they're making Juneteenth a federal holiday.
First off, my green screen action was on point back then. Okay, my green screen action was on point.
Hey, huh? Now what?
I'll be having that baritone voice of good morning
from
to
NBC News. House passes bill to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. The Senate unanimously voted for the measure Tuesday. The bill now heads to President Joe Biden's desk, and Democrats hope he signs it into law by June 19th. So let's be honest. How many of you out there even knew what Juneteenth was before 6 years ago? Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't. And the only reason I knew about it when I did was because Killer Mike would post it on his Instagram page. Now, for those of you who don't know what Juneteenth is, June 19th, 1865, some Union troops rolled into Galveston, Texas with a decree stating that slavery was done for and that all slaves were to be freed. The free slaves in Galveston, Texas then declared that day Juneteenth. Now, to be fair, this was already a state holiday in Texas. And don't get me wrong, I understand the significance of that day. But my question is, what does it do for us? What does it do for black people? What tangibles do we get from this? The way I see it, all it is just another day off. And if it is going to be another day off, is it going to be like Yom Kippur, where only black people get the day off? Or do all people get to celebrate this day? But I digress. And when the powers that be make these moves, you got to wonder why. Because this could have been done a long time ago. I mean, we did have a black president in office, and he did have the Senate for a couple of years, where he could have easily pushed this through. But you would think, when gas prices is going through the roof, we got a so-called chicken shortage, which I would argue to say it's a people shortage, because we ain't got nobody to work the processing plants. When we got another crisis at the border, and our president and vice president is more concerned with South American countries than their own country, we would have more pressing matters to worry about. But see, instead of solving those problems, they take the easy way out. They threw a layup. Let's make Juneteenth a holiday. Like LBJ said, give them enough to make them happy, but not enough to make a difference. Now you got folks yelling hallelujah, thank God, they're making it a holiday finally. Well, half y'all didn't even know what it was up until a few years ago. But see, like I said before in a couple of my videos, y'all already proved to them that all they got to do is write BLM on a street top, put somebody's name on the back of a jersey or BLM on the back of a jersey, write BLM or some black quote on the hardwood of a basketball court, and y'all will get lulled right back to sleep. I want y'all to understand something. This isn't a win. This is not a win. This move does not single-handedly end racism and inequality in the United States. The same people that think this is a win and a step in the right direction is the same people that think it was a win that they made the Little Mermaid black. And for all y'all people that think this is a win, remember this. Ice Cube still ain't had his meeting yet. But you know what? Go ahead and sign that into law, old Joe Nicholslick. I could use another day off.
Cannon,
I still feel like
you were eloquent.
Thank you. That's back when I was
very eloquent about
job.
everything. You were spot on, and Candace was way off because her messaging was just stupid. Just stupid.
That was early days Cannon right there. That's back when I never have a script, people. I just go the fucking top of my head, and then I chop it down because I be ranting.
So precise though, Cannon. It was precise and intelligent and well said, well spoken. It doesn't make any sense why in the world we've got these other individuals putting a spin on it that's so divisive and negative when you explained it. Like, it's not, just because this or that happens doesn't mean you give up the marathon. You keep going, and then when you look at it to see other people saying what they've been doing, like on Twitter, they're ruining they're diluting the message and they're hurting the base.
Exactly.
And we're gonna like we saw with Donnie T's numbers slipping yesterday.
Yeah, now
it came right on time with Lily White and Candace Owens.
Right on time. And y'all don't think that Nicholslick gonna use that shit in the debate? First off, let's get to the debate stuff. And I talked about it a little earlier today while I was driving to work. If Nicholslick shows up sharp and on point, that ain't Nicholslick. Ain't no way. It ain't that much drugs in the world for that to be Nicholslick. That is Hunter Biden in a Nicholslick mask. Nicholslick is Ethan Hunt. Finkel is Einhorn. There's no way he can. I don't see him making it to the debate. It's no way. It's like, if somebody had a point in the chat, like, they could be putting Nicholslick on the world stage to do this debate, right? And if you guys don't know who Nicholslick is, if you're new to the channel, first off, I got 60 people watching on YouTube. Can I get 60 likes, please? Stop lurking. Anyway, so Nicholslick is Joe Biden. So I just call him Joe Nicholslick because he be shamming the hell out of everybody. He rickrolled y'all for 4 years. Anyway, I digress. If they roll him out, they know he's not cognitively he's not cognitively there enough to go toe to toe with Donnie T. Right? They not, right? So first off, it's 3 versus 1. You got 2 CNN moderators and you got the DNC, or you got Joe Biden against Donald Trump. That's just my opinion. Shout out, I forgot who it was, Deontay, I think it was, and Hotep's been told you, Chad, who said the same thing.
And they wouldn't let Kennedy.
Right, they won't let RFK in there because RFK is just gonna, like, I think Donnie T can rock with RFK, but Joe Biden can't. That'll just be a pummeling for him, right? But the thing about it is, I think that if they put him on the world stage, they know that he can't go toe to toe with Donnie T. So it's almost like they're doing it on purpose to show that, hey, he just can't do it no more. We got to enact the 25th Amendment.
They could go all the way.
I'm just saying. Or they're going to use it to get rid of. They're going to use it to put in another candidate. But who would that candidate be? It can't be Kamala. They know she's not going to poll well at all, right? Nobody's behind her. Is it Big Mike? You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
Are they going to pull your boy Gavin in?
Yeah. They're gonna hold off.
Somebody said they're gonna bring Hillary.
They're gonna let
crib.
Donnie T get his 20. I think Donnie T is getting in for 2024, and Gavin and Hakeem, maybe Westmore. That'll be the administration for 28.
You think Westmore and Gavin? You think Westmore gonna be the vice?
He'll be something. He might be the Secretary of State or something crazy. They're gonna promote everybody that they can that we're seeing coming up, and then they're gonna go to these college weirdos out there that have been doing the little Palestine grift, and they're going to grab up some of them, and that's going to be the next wave to get us ready for Agenda 2030, because they're going to need it to be really hardcore for Agenda 2030 to push through. They're going to need it to be need it to be Dr. Fauci levels all over again. They're going to need to blame us for not moving into the gulags. They're going to need to blame us for not being chipped, because that's probably what they're going to start introducing next, is the chipping of our hands and our heads, so that they can keep track of us like cattle. They're going to try to push out some of these GMOs and these products to really hurt our systems, our immune systems, so that we can have a deeper fall off of the population. I think even conservative media has been pushing this banter around about how we're overpopulated and something needs to be done. And once we've gotten to that point to where we're looking at population control, we're going to be right back to eugenics 2.0 all over again. Margaret Sanger and them will be rejoicing in hell. And that's the kind of thing we got to look forward to for 2030.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you guys, you better listen to us. Jay, what if they knock the bridge down to give Westmore a win? To start pushing his political capital.
Elevate his status to the national level so that we can see that he handles business. That's a possibility. Maybe they knew all along that thing was gonna topple over, and
y'all need a new bridge anyway, so let's just do this. We're gonna make it look like he's the man, and we're gonna start he's gonna be their new Obama. I think they're gonna make him his new Obama, and he got another 4 years after this. You might got a point. They might let Donnie T do his thing, and then they just try to wreck shop from here on out.
It's almost like they're going to have to let Donnie T in for just a little bit, just to quell the population for a second, because even JP Morgan is saying there was even articles that came up, several mainstream media articles came up that said preparing for Donnie T's return. Okay, if they're saying that out the same lying media that said we stepped in to help, we shadow banned and did this and that and the third, and admitted that they did all the things that they did during 2020, then we're going to go ahead and see Donnie T back in office, obviously. If that's what they're telling us, then that's obviously probably what they're going to be doing, right? I don't see any other thing else. But when we get to Gavin Newsom, he's been hanging out with China and with the North Koreans and stuff like that. They're going back and forth to the White House. Obviously, they've got him prepped and ready for his 2028 reveal, and they're going to have Hollywood like they usually do. They're going to have The Rock. We've been hearing him sounding just like an Obama 2.0. They're going to have all those different people in place to where they are going to win the 2028 election.
It's going to be interesting. Or they could just lob a missile at Russia and just fucking kill the election altogether. Because your boy Putin right now. First off, before we get to that, don't need to think. I was talking about it earlier today. First off, shout out to Protocol. I appreciate you for sending me that list. I'm trying to make a bingo card, yo. So, wait, where's this list that he sent me? Here we go. It says, so this is the words that we got so far: insurrection, sexual assault, racist/racism, convicted, bloodbath, gas prices, economy, inflation. We should add Hunter in there. We should add laptop in there. And I said I was going to take a shot after a lot of this shit. I'm gonna be drunk before. I said I was gonna be drunk if we keep hearing Nicholson go, look, here's the deal. People looking, here's the deal in there. I'm gonna be drunk before the first 20 minutes of the goddamn going debates up. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. Anyway, but Donnie T needs to not fall into that trap of getting into the whole J6 was a sham, or J6 was a setup. He lost, or the election was a sham. He can't get caught up in that. That's what they're gonna want him to get caught up in. Cause you know how once you get him on there, you trigger him on that, he gonna stay. He gonna be one tracked on that. He can't stick with that. He got to stick to his record. That's what's gonna beat it out. You can't let them get you into the whole J6 thing or the trials. You can't go crazy on the trials trying to get your point across on the trials and wasting your time, because we already know CNN is going to be hawking that button to shut him up. They're going to let Nickel Slick get his shit out, and Donnie T, the minute Donnie T start talking about J6 or the trials and he start trying to get that truth out there, they're gonna hit the mute on him. They're gonna hit the mute on him. It's 3v1. That's what they're gonna do. If he gets stuck on that, that's what they're gonna do. So he need to chill out. He need to speak to his record. You know what I mean? Maybe if you can slip a little jab in there with that stuff in the sun and the laptop, if you could slip a little jab in there about his cognitive decline, you know what I mean, as you making your points about your record, the economy and infrastructure and stuff like that you were really good on, tax cuts and stuff like that, diabetes medication, stuff like that. It's a winning night for him. Nickel Slick's not sharp enough for him, so they're gonna have to be cheating. The Democrats gonna have plaster in their raps next Thursday, and they're gonna be swinging below the belt.
Dang, it's an Antonio Margarito out here.
It's an Antonio Margarito out there. I'm telling you guys, that's what's gonna happen. And the referees, the fix is in. The fix is in if Nickel Slick make it to the debate. But now they talking about, well, it's a good chance that Donnie T might not make it to the debate. It's a good chance that Donald Trump ducks the debate. Why are you guys saying that? Because y'all also saying that he's in cognitive decline, and we know that's not true. He's going senile. Trump going senile. Will we watching Biden clearly go senile in real time? So what y'all saying? I feel like you're gonna sabotage Trump plane or some shit.
Dang.
Or it's gonna be some AstroTurf protest. Trump's plane couldn't land on the tarmac because of it's gonna be something. Or y'all gonna mess around and do his sentencing early or something crazy. Or a judge gonna say, oh, he can't leave New York. I don't know what's gonna happen. But the reason y'all talking about, or he may duck the debate and that make me feel like y'all up to some bullshit. Period. Because the person that's more likely not to make that debate is Nickel Slick. What you say, man? I think Biden is going to hit Trump with Trump old talking points. He is going to hit Trump with Trump old talking points, but it's going to be I fixed the pharmacy or the diabetes medication. I lowered the price on that. He's going to say I did something at the border. He's going to do that. That's what he's going to do. He's going to take Donnie T's record and try to say that it was his. Is what's going to happen. Hopefully, whoever Donnie T got in his corner is prepping him for this debate, and he gonna come in that bitch like Rocky and Rocky 3. After he got after Clubber Lang beat him, he went and he hollered at Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed got him right, and Donnie T going in there swinging with uppercuts. Just saying, going to the body.
It's just a temporary fix, though. When we get President Trump back in, that's gonna be nice. I think I'm gonna get myself a MAGA hat for that.
I'm gonna get a MAGA hat.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, but it's just it's a short-term Band-Aid, because once he gets out, we don't have anyone to replace him or anyone to get back in there. Even if Barron and his 8-foot tall self tries to run, he's a little bit too young. So
one of his sons is going to try to run, I think.
One of his sons, like Eric, or one of them?
Yeah, or Trump Jr.
Or his daughter?
Nah, it'd be one of his sons. It'd be one of his sons. But the thing is that you need a bulldog, and ain't none of them Republicans bulldogs. None of them. Who? Give me one other bulldog in the Republican Party that can do what Trump do. He talk what Trump do, can work deals out like he do. They don't got one. So after 2024, as long as they don't, if the population shows up, right? Because that's how he won last time. It was an F you to the establishment. If everybody show up because they tired of the bullshit that's happening right now, and they get him back in office, after 2024 is going to be a real issue. We're going to see, I think Westmore's their new Obama. And that's who they're going to push. I'm just letting y'all know. I seen the man work. I'm like, that's their new Obama right there. That's what they're going to push in 2028. That's just me.
It seems like Emmanuel bringing up Thomas Macy. Thomas Macy? He looks like he stands on business, but he's not like the deal maker though.
If they decide to ruin Thomas Massey is ruined.
If they decide to go after him, yeah,
it's a wrap for him.
And Tulsi's probably going to be Trump's running mate.
That'd be dope. But if they decide to go as Tulsi,
that's what they're going to pull.
If they decide to go at Tulsi, we see what they did to her already. They buried her 50 pages deep when she was whooping ass.
Yeah, she got at Kamala already. So it would be round 2 with her and him.
She wore their asses out. Imagine her one-on-one with Kamala. It is a no contest. Deontay says, what y'all think about Vivek? I think Vivek, at first I thought Vivek was a plant. And that he was going to do a heel turn when he got into the White House. But I think that Vivek is a plant, but it's not the deep state plant. I think Vivek was a Trump acolyte, like Goldstein said. And I think Goldstein was 100% right with that. Vivek was a Trump plant.
Blomberg was too. Do we forget that Blomberg was a Trump plant?
Bloomberg?
Yeah, Bloomberg.
Really?
Yes, Bloomberg and Trump were best friends for years. And when he met with him right before Bloomberg started to run, and then Bloomberg, the hope was that Bloomberg was going to be able to do better than what he was doing to help Trump out in 2020, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Vivek is in there, and I believe that he's an additional plant also, but we like what he says half the time. Like I enjoy listening to him from here and there, and we're not going to be able to see him get. I don't think that Trump is going to pick him though. That would be really surprised because,
You talking about Vivek?
Yeah, Vivek.
No,
that would be. It would be more likely that he picks Doug than he picks or that he picks what's his face Byron Donalds than he would pick.
I think
so
I don't know. I'm getting more faith in Vivek, I guess I should say. Like I straight thought he was just a straight plant that was going to do a heel turn in the White House. Now the more I see it, it looks like he's been working with Trump for a while. But that might be the only chance that the Republicans got is him.
Who?
Vivek. They may glom onto him. Not saying that he gonna go in there and he gonna do the Lord's work. I'm just saying they gonna look at him as the rebel that can go in there and shake things up. You know what I mean? So
and I just doubt that I'm the two people I think is gonna come down to Doug Burgum and Tulsi Gabbard. And I don't think that if he comes out with Vivek, because I'm thinking that if he thinks he's going to get Vivek in there, I'm pretty sure that he's concerned that he could try to overshadow him or do something that he's not really quite sure just yet. But I'm thinking that he knows where he stands with Doug, because Doug had been in office for a while.
Doug Burgum.
And I think he knows where he stands with Tulsi, because Tulsi has this entire time when Tulsi left, when we saw what happened with her in the Democrats, where they were trying to push her out, she ran straight over there to OAN and Newsmax and all those conservative outlets, and she had been on those ones like nonstop this whole time. And every time she gets on there, she praises Trump and his family.
Protocol says Tulsi ain't make the short list. There's been a couple times though where presidents had a short list or the news suspected a short list, and the person they picked was not on that list at all. I do like Byron Donald. I think that he's I'm not gonna say he's a bully, but he's not. He ain't weak. But I don't know if he got the political capital to be the vice president. We'll see though. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
Who, Cannon? Who?
Byron Donalds.
No, yeah, they're not gonna put Byron in there because he folded too easy over that $5,000 that they were throwing up when they were talking about the Speaker of the House. No, they're not gonna have Byron in there. I'm telling you guys right now, Burgum or Tulsi is gonna be the main picks because he's concerned about Vivek's posturing. He doesn't know if Vivek is gonna pull some kind of stunt. So when it comes down to it in the next few days, probably you're gonna see the media start talking about Burgum and Tulsi a lot, because in July, like maybe July 4th, that's probably a perfect timing for it. Trump will announce his VP pick.
Retro Neon with another $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Vivek needs to hit the gym in bulk before that.
We're not that far from Trump's pick.
You think the right has more relevant candidates than the left? They do, but I'm talking like 2028. Who? I think like Jay's saying, and I agree with him that they setting up for 2028. Win or lose 2024, they setting up for 2028. They gonna try and checkmate in 2028. I'm still kind of half-ass leaning that it might not be an election though. Like I said, if you got Putin out here building the Legion of Doom. So the reason why he went to North Korea, right? The reason he went to North Korea, as I put this up on the turn that off. Jesus, Mary and Joseph was loud. The reason why they going to North Korea, right? He out here with Kim Jong-un, right? Is because he went there and they signed an agreement, right? That if anybody attacks Russia, North Korea getting in it. North Korea going to jump in. That's why they went there. And vice versa. If anybody fuck with North Korea, Russia jumping in it. They built an alliance. That's why he went there, and he ain't been there in so many years. And guess who's next probably, Jay? Iran's probably next on the visit list. Right. And China might be next on the visit list.
It sounds like something I've read somewhere, probably in the Bible. Because this is Gag and Magog in the Bible, in Revelation, in Daniel. It explains that this is going to be the setup that we're seeing. And here we are seeing it, lo and behold. Putin, Kim Jong-un, all the different superpowers are forming their team, their little superpower team. And he gave them the two dogs, right? The two dogs symbolizing loyalty, compassion, protection, the relationship that you have or building with somebody. So he gave them two dogs. So it's a very spiritual symbol there that he's showing that we're coming together and we're going to form this partnership that the Western powers can't break apart.
Mike Has Bad News says, do you think people would just accept if there's no election because of a war type scenario? They did in World War II. FDR served 3 terms. He served 3 terms because that's why they call him the wartime president. Served 3 terms during World War II. So there's precedent for it. Can't have an election, guys, if we're in the middle of a war, guys. We're in the World War. Imagine that, right? If Russia is successful at coercing Iran, right? We already know they got some ties with Iran, right? I have this theory about the whole Iran nuclear deal and the shit that Hillary pulled off. Right?
Is it too spicy for the internet?
It might be too spicy for here. Right?
It might be too.
I'm just gonna say that I think that Russia was doing some shit with Iran behind whatever. So, but it's been done before. It's been done before. Barron Trump for future president. Appreciate another $2. Remember the book. So it was 2 books. You had Barron Trump's Marvelous Adventures, where he was time traveling
Yeah.
With a dog kind of looked like the dogs that Putin got, and his mentor was Dawn, the master of all things. But then you had the book 1900, right? You had the book 1900, but it was also called The Last President. And in the book The Last President, it says that the mob descended on the tower, the Fifth Avenue Tower. Down with the tax man, down with the blah blah blah. Where's Trump Tower at? Fifth fucking Avenue. So maybe Trump might get in and he might be the last president. It may not be a 2028 if you look at the book. That'd be interesting. There's a whole thing about Trump being a time traveler and some more shit. You know what I mean?
Even if we do have this election and he gets back into office, which I think that he will, it made all signs point to it, but so he gets back in, hypothetically, then if he is the last American president, then maybe that means going forward the selective process will be better in place or better implemented through how they select the person, so that automatically Newsom is going to be, no matter who he runs against, or the
U.S. descends into chaos,
candidates,
or the U.S. descends into chaos.
Right,
because that movie Civil War becomes a real fucking thing.
It could. Oh, and Angel Studios is making a film called Homestead.
Yeah, you told me about that.
That looks just like Civil War, and it looks excellent. It looks really good.
Angel Film should bankroll the Going Home series as a movie, so I can get in there and I can play Thad, because I think American might let me get in the movie and play Thad. Because at first I think they thought I was short. I'm like, I'm not short. I'm 6'1". You know what I mean? Like, I could play Thad. God damn it. Anyway, but I like Angel Studios, and I'm gonna watch that. Fresh Mike says, so China, North Korea, Russia all together now. China, I don't know if China on board with it yet. I just know North Korea agreed to this shit with Russia, and I'm sure that ain't the last country he going to. I'm speculating that probably Iran, China, and it's gonna be them four. So it's like, okay, somebody fuck with China when China go to hit our take Taiwan, and somebody fuck with China, Russia and North Korea are gonna jump in that shit.
Yeah, they have no really what other choice do they have?
Right.
Because they have to join forces. It's like if everyone is in prison and you have one side and they got 10 dudes, and it's just you and your homie, the two of you, and then you see them have 5 more guys and they've joined over. Now they got 15-2. Like, where are you gonna get your people from? If they're always coming and snatching your plate and taking your meals, and that's really how these other powers look at it, is like the Western powers keep shoving our face in it. They keep on taking our meals. They keep on, joining forces with their people and stomping on us. And by us giving the billions of dollars that we are to their enemies, or to what they're, fighting against, and when we're turning all that, the armaments that we've been given over, they really feel like, what other choice do we have other than band together? We're stronger together than we are divided. So we might not see eye to eye on everything, but at least if we're all over here on the same clique, we're ganged up over here, then that USA gang and their, the British, which is the head. The head is this Great Britain over America and these other spots. If the Western powers are against us, then we can have our own power, fight back, even the playing field a little bit.
Yeah. Protocol says Putin pulling up, letting the homies drive the whip. You know how I go. That's the power move here. Get in, little niggas. Let me show you what I could do for you. But that's the thing. So imagine that, right? You know what I mean? They exactly clicking up, right? So, yeah. So think about it, right? So we know Ukraine going to attack Russia again, right? With U.S. weapons. So in Putin's mind, he like, nah, Ukraine and U.S. just fucking attacked me. So now, all right. So now, I'm bringing in my the homies. It's hoo-dee-hoo! And here come Kim Jong-un and his people goose stepping, and they gonna pummel the Ukraine. So who got to get over there and fight now? Somebody got to go jump in and help Ukraine. Who going to go jump in and help Ukraine?
Right.
Oh, they like honorary NATO country now. So now NATO going to jump in. Now we got a world fucking war.
World War III.
Just like that.
And they were
Just like
blaming
that.
they were blaming this on Trump. I heard people when I worked at Obamacare, they were saying Trump's gonna bring about World War III. The crazy part is they're real quiet when we're really facing some nonsense where we got a Cuban Missile Crisis 2.0 in our backyard where they're lining up submarines and other ships and pointing supersonic missiles over here at the U.S. And the media is telling us about Juneteenth and some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like get on board with what's really going on. We're in some deep trouble over here.
Energetic Giraffe says the sanctions brought India and Russia closer. Now India cranking out weapons and arms. See,
India was neutral. India has been neutral for a long time, but they're gonna be over there clicked up with Putin and Kim pretty soon.
Yep. I agree. Let's see if I can make this.
Then you're really gonna have the 200 million man army because India and China have like billions and billions of people over there.
Jonah says, you mean bankers are setting up dialectics like chess pieces and you and I are just pawns? None of it is real other than military-aged men are called while destroying homelands.
Man, it's sad. R.I.P. to the soldiers. And you know that
want to put it like that.
It's been like this forever. And when they tell us about this person and that person as billionaires, they don't talk about the trillionaires. We never hear about the trillionaires. Like it's not possible to have those offshore accounts.
Right.
Like we're not supposed to know about the trillionaires. We're told about billionaires. Okay. There's some power that we've never been made aware of this behind the curtains.
Jordan McLovin says it's a giant game of chicken. I don't know if it's chicken anymore. I think Putin wants them to buck. He wants somebody to buck so he can fuck something up.
It's that knuck if you buck.
Yeah, because now he got a squad. He's squadding up, and you know
he is.
Kim Jong-un. I think he bought that smoke. He want to get in there, right? Like now, Donnie T might be able to get back over there and get his side chick back in order. You know what I mean? He might be able to get in there and do that, but I don't know. You know what I mean? What's this? January 6th Black Community Fanny election interference. Oh, that's the what's the name? Oh, this from Brick Suit. Let me see. Yeah. See, this shit is crazy. Who respects this? Like he can't even walk. Like he's having a hard time walking down the steps. And it's been told to me by a reliable source of mine that he stay pissing himself.
Dang.
He stay pissing himself on the plane and shit.
That's rough.
Look at him. He walking like he feeling for the ground so he don't hurt himself. He's scared to death to walk by. He it's done for him, yo. He can't meet with Putin. Putin might push him over. He fall on his back like a turtle. It's over. Mike said he ain't worried about Russia. He worried about the U.S. government.
But yeah, they still have those agreements. Those agreements are in place that if anything really pops off, China's supposed to have Russia and Korea's back.
Facts. So I don't know what's going to happen, and I agree with Mike. I'm worried about the U.S. government because let's not pretend they ain't never did something stupid to get us into some stuff. The Gulf of Tonkin that never existed, babies in the incubators that never happened, the Lusitania which we hit ourselves, allegedly, Pearl Harbor which we knew about, allegedly. Also, we can get into a war. Eisenhower warned us about the military-industrial complex. Nobody listen. U.S. broke. We need a forever war to get us some more money. I don't know, yo. It all could be all a big play for some one world order BS, and it all could be legit like egos. I don't know. All I know is something's on the horizon, and I don't know what it is that's on the horizon for real. At all. All I know is that leather seat looks really plush.
What is that anyway?
That car kind of
Rolls Royce. What is it?
It's a Urus or Aurus or something like that. It's a Russian-made car, if I'm not mistaken. It's an electric car too.
Is it?
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, North Korea. President Vladimir Putin he's driving North Korea's Aurus. No, what did they say? Vladimir Putin driving North Korea. Oh, he's driving Kim Jong-un around in their new electric car. Their Aurus. It's supposed to be electric. Russian luxury car or some shit like that. So, yeah, there you go. He's like, you can have a couple of these. We can get these over here. You want one of these? I got you. I just need you to sign this real quick. You got my back? I'll make sure that you good. Fuck America. I'm gonna make sure you straight. That's what Donnie T was kicking in his ear. We can turn North Korea into a resort, yo. Check it out. Like, we can do this. We can get you back in the fold. I can get you a condo in Miami if you want to be in Miami. We can get you in the fold with the rest of the world. You ain't gotta be out here by yourself like an outcast. Donnie T don't get reelected, so now here come Putin. Putin like, yo, I got you, yo. I got you. Donnie T fell through on his shit. I got you, yo. You good. As long as I'm around, you straight. You know what I mean? My man, $10 super chat, Jordan McLovin, I appreciate you. Throwing you a little bit in Biden's economy, Joe Biden. Appreciate you, yo. Oh, man. Here you go. Don't worry, Kamala's going to suck for democracy. China's working on that. China going to take Taiwan when nobody paying attention. China going to take Taiwan while the United States is spread thin in Israel and in the Ukraine. That China going to do that shit when nobody looking. And guess what? If America jumps in with China, if America jumps at China for taking Taiwan, who's going to go and jump in that? Russia and North Korea.
Stop it?
Russia and North Korea are going to go deal with that. This is a big game of chess. And it is a big game of chicken too now that I'm thinking about it, right? Who gonna make the first move? Who gonna swerve first? Or all the egos just gonna crash into each other just because nobody wanna, fall back. It's gonna get interesting, guys. I think it's gonna get really interesting. This shit, nobody's really talking about this in the news. Like, how many of y'all knew this is what happened when he went over to Russia? Over to the North Korea. How many of y'all know that they signed a deal saying that if either one of them get attacked, the other person coming to help? The other person sending the cavalry. Mike Has Bad Knee says Donnie T insulted Kim into compliance. He did, and then they became friends. Well, not friends, but they respected each other. China might take Taiwan during the Olympics. That'd be interesting. Oh shit. When is the next Olympics, y'all?
I don't know. We gotta.
Technically, it should be like this summer, right? But we didn't have it because of COVID. How did that shit work? I don't remember. I don't know. When's the next Olympics, guys? I thought 2024 would have been it. Ruling class played a video game, Civilization in real life. Yeah, it's a big game of Risk. Big game of Risk. I used to like playing Risk. I used to play it on my phone a lot.
I don't know what that is.
The U.S. is in Iraq, Afghanistan, Ukraine, Israel, and Africa. China could have been taking Taiwan. China does not move like the U.S. does. China buys its way into power. They do, but they might take Taiwan with force. They made that whole island in the middle of like the South China Sea. Like, remember that? They did that shit on the low. Mm-hmm. They did it on the low. They did it when nobody was looking, when nobody was paying attention. And everybody was like, where the fuck did this island come from? China moving. Next thing you know, China gonna be up on that ass. Pause. What up, Kid Gravity in the building? Oh, so it is this year. July 16th, the Olympics start. Why is July 16th? Oh, that's right. I'm gonna be out of town. So what's that significant?
It sounds familiar.
Only problem is chess is exact. It's more like poker. It's gonna get spicy, y'all. It's gonna get spicy. It's going to get spicy, people. We got 60 people watching over on YouTube. Let's get 60 likes, please. And we got 17 over on Rumble. And we got 64 over on X. Appreciate you guys. All those ghosts over on X. We appreciate you. They made their own Taiwan. I wouldn't be shocked if they take Taiwan and build some more fucking island to connect the two. I don't know what's going to happen. China already own like half of like Jamaica. They own a lot of Africa. China making these moves that ain't nobody really paying attention to. That's what's happening.
Right.
Like they starting to teach Mandarin in Africa.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, they're doing the same thing in Jamaica. They own a bunch of them resorts and shit now, yo. They be making. I'm telling you, they moving like ninjas. On the low. On the low. China owns half of San Francisco. They own Yellowstone National Park. They own the Chrysler Building in New York. They own the Waldorf Astoria in New York. They own a lot of shit. They own our debt. Don't forget about that. How much of our debt does China own? People forget about that too. I'm telling you guys, China, they the smartest ones right now. They fucking like, oh, y'all keep fucking with each other. We just gonna keep, we gonna stay over here and we gonna keep doing our thing. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. We gonna keep doing our thing over here. And then before we know it, everybody gonna be all tapped out on resources and weapons. And China gonna be standing there like, gotcha. Oh my goodness gracious. You know what they need to be worried about, Jay? They need to be worried about this shit.
They've gone completely mentally ill over there.
Completely mentally ill.
We're in Silver Lake, California.
Yeah, LA just took down a couple of no U-turn traffic signs in Silver Lake, California because the signs are LGBTQ. What? How? I need to hear this. How is that possible?
LA City Council members Hugo Soto Martinez and Nithya Raman were on hand today to help remove the signs. They say the no cruising and no U-turn signs were put up in the 1990s to prevent people in the gay community from meeting up with other gay people.
What? What? Hey, yo, did you hear what she just said?
Up with other gay people. Prevent people in the gay community from meeting up with other gay people.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I was also surprised that these U-turn signs were still up. And at first, they seem a little, okay, it's just a no U-turn sign. But when you learn the history of it and you realize that these were used to profile gay people, it's so important that we have these removed.
What? What?
The LA City Council members say the signs were put up after the gay community began to grow and because there was a gay bar in that area.
You can't be serious, right? You can't be serious, right? So they took the no U-turn sign down, and now somebody gonna make a U-turn and hit somebody's kid.
No, he's going to I don't know.
I've never in my life heard no bullshit like that ever. The no U-turn sign is anti-gay because with the what? To discourage people from what? Making fucking U-turns? I don't get it. I don't understand.
I guess maybe
you can just circle the fucking block, right?
Are they saying that was the random hookup spot where they were just gonna be out in the street doing some degeneracy, and then they had that movie come out that was with Al Pacino called Cruising a long time ago in the 80s, right? And that's a terminology for those men looking to randomly hook up with another dude somewhere. So maybe they were doing it in the middle of the street. I don't know. And then, HIV was a thing back then too, right? So
Jay,
they had...
look at the name. Look at the name. Oh, shit. Maybe a girl. Hey, yo.
They need to bring back the mental health institutions and
yes, they
help
do.
these people out.
Yes, they do. Oh my gosh. I can't, yo. I can't. This is ridiculous. So you remove a street sign that's for safety and courtesy, because making U-turns in the middle of the street is fucking dangerous if you don't know what you're doing or if it's a busy street. Maybe they put the no U-turn sign because it was accidents. Maybe the accidents were being caused by gay people making U-turns trying to pick up fucking gay prostitutes. I don't know, but maybe there was a reason for this no U-turn sign, and it just so happened to be in a gay neighborhood. Not because they were trying to discriminate against the gay people, but kind of keep y'all dumbasses safe. Because y'all making U-turns trying to pick up fucking gay people like fucking gay prostitutes like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
allegedly.
And they had the epidemic of the HIV. And
yes.
So they probably were saying, hey, stop randomly, making out and doing weird stuff in the middle of the street.
I wonder if Fauci went there and made a U-turn. Fauci looked like he made a few U-turns.
Fauci was probably out there trying to give them some Tylenol.
Silver Lake Neighborhood
edition
Council
Tylenol
member.
that he had.
Hold us that maybe an accident occurs. Hey, yo, this is too much, yo. This is too much.
I don't even know why in the world did we have to go down this road, Ken?
Because I thought, like, I didn't even watch it. I just seen the caption, and I was like, no, that's stupid. Let me put this. I put it as I put it in the bookmark because I wanted to watch it, but I was like, you know what? We'll watch it in real time. This shit is fucking funny. Maybe a girl. I did not catch that. That is nuts. It's too much, yo. It's too much. It's too much. I'm tired of this shit. And then here we go again. It's another fucking ridiculous story. Another ridiculous story that I didn't believe. And I still don't know if I believe this story, Jay. I don't know if I still believe this story.
What? Is it from The Onion?
It's not from The Onion. It looks like it's from a real news source. Let's just look at it.
Holden said that was Old Town Road.
A plan to build Maine's first affordable LGBTQ plus housing development is kicking into high gear.
What?
The complex is set to break ground in the matter of months next to the Equality Community Center in downtown Portland. But as news says, remain.
Of course it would be Portland. Of course it would be Portland. Come on. Oh my gosh. Who's this with the super chat? I'm sorry. Let me do this real quick. Jabari with the $10. I appreciate you, sir. Hit your They have a gay meeting spot in a park out here, allegedly. There is no loitering cars running signs, plus county sheriff pass by every 30 minutes. Just nasty public stuff. Get a room. That's crazy. Now they making, well, at least now they making it's the equivalent. They making the equivalent of needle dispensaries or shoot up spots, in Portland. They don't got to do it in the street no more. They can just go to this gay community like you go to the neighborhood drug spot, the fucking trap house. They done made a gay trap house in Portland is what it sounds like to me.
Into high gear.
The complex is set to break ground in the matter of months next to the Equality Community Center in downtown Portland. But as news says remains, Zach Blanchard reports it's about so much more than just a building.
Gay trap house.
For Skip Brushhaber, the Equality Community Center is like home.
Honesty, love, and safety.
His art is on display here for Pride Month, a way for him to share his story, the joy and the pain.
It's actually very therapeutic for me. It's very, it's a gift.
This piece is of his partner Sylvie, a trans woman, an activist, a poet. She died by suicide just 3 years ago.
Died by suicide. I wonder why. You know what? Rest in peace to Sylvie, right? Because nobody should take their life. But I wonder why. Is it because Sylvie didn't get any help and Sylvie didn't know what the hell Sylvie wanted? Is it because Sylvie was mentally ill? Sylvie looked like her name. Because they always name themselves like a name that's not far from their real name. So Sylvie must have been Sylvester. That's Sylvester you're looking at, I'm pretty sure. But we're gonna call him Sylvie. Sylvie killed themselves.
To go.
Sometimes when I'm here, I definitely feel her presence. I definitely feel that, she's here.
Even Robin Williams in the movie The Birdcage didn't call fucking Nathan Lane a her. And don't judge me because I watched fucking Birdcage. It actually was an entertaining movie, all right? But I'm just saying, it was tasteful about the shit back in the day. They wasn't putting it in your face.
The Birdcage, huh?
Oh, shit.
It's stories like Skip's and countless others that make this center so important.
It's very important.
Ed Gardner, one of the founders of the ECC, is leading the effort to take its mission to the next level.
I wanted to be able to give back to that community that helped me grow and thrive here in Portland.
He donated this parking lot next door that will soon be home to the state's first LGBTQ+ affordable housing facility. It will include 54 affordable units, a cafe, and critical resources for members of the community 55 years and older. And Gardner hopes it's just the start.
I think it's important that we keep it going, not just in the big cities, but where people live.
The one-of-a-kind project is set to break ground in the fall. And already, Executive Director Chris O'Connor says there's a lot of interest.
We've gotten, I think, 55 people within 2 days of being on social media. We're at Pride festivals all across Southern Maine this month, promoting specifically that this housing project is going to happen.
For Skip, it's a project filled with love and acceptance because it's so much more than a building. It's a community.
These people carry me.
In Portland, Zach Blanchard.
I'm not even mad at him. You know what? You do that. You do that. You guys build your little community apartments. Do it. Go for it. You know what? You know why? Because they take care of themselves. You know what I mean? They looking out for themselves. Black people, we got to do the same shit. We got to do the same shit. We need to build our own community. That's why we need a Hotepistan to happen. But do you know what's going to happen the minute we build Hotepistan or black people build a community strictly for black people? They're going to say we're discriminating. We're discriminating against everybody else. That's what's going to happen. What do you mean white folks can't move in here? What do you mean gay people can't move in this community? Because we don't. This is our community.
This is diversify.
Yeah, this is. You're a bigot. Yeah, exactly. You're a bigot. You're a bigot. Like, why would you? You're racist. Why would you do that? And then there'd be a fucking hit job on the Hoteps for.
Oh man!
Radical black group has community that they discriminate and not let members in.
My goodness.
Shit. Noto said Black Wall Street Part 2 if you build Hotepistan. Nah, I don't believe Black Wall Street Part 2. We gonna be good. I ain't gonna speak on it, but we gonna be all right. Noel said Backdoor Street. Jeez. Oh my gosh, man. That's that, bro. I mean, I can't even be mad at these people. Like, you know what? You want to build a apartment complex? Go for it. Go for it. I'm not even mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Get your rocks off.
No Diddy. No, all Diddy. Oh my God.
Noto said black supremacist leader Hotep Jesus. That would definitely be how the media would describe.
Wait a minute. How do I know you're gay? Let me see your AIDS papers. Let me stop. That wasn't funny. I shouldn't have did that.
Man, let me look at this. What was Dr. Malachi York, right?
Yeah.
Malachi Z York.
And it's funny, it's just like they're gonna have a casting couch for you to even get into that place. Let me stop. That's not all gay people.
At that spot.
You know what? Let them do their thing. You know, that's what they're gonna do. Let them do that shit. Let them do that shit.
Oh, it was called
Pause, Emmanuel. But I do hunt and I do eat. I eat all sorts of meats. Pause. There you go. Join me in the University Blacks. Oh, goodness gracious. Nuwabian? Is that what you put in there?
Yeah, the Nuwabian Nation was the one that Malachi Z. York was putting together, and it got shut down. It was the big spot there, and if Protocol's still in the chat, it was the big spot there in Atlanta, wasn't it, or outside? They built like a pyramid and everything.
Interesting. Let's look that up.
They had it was they were building a whole complex. It was a Hotep stand. Let me send you the little picture real quick.
Hold on. At least they built their own community, proof that they can live in exile. Jeez. Let them do it. I just, hey, I can't even be mad at that.
There's the Nuwabian. You said you were going to mention something about Tank Davis. What were we about to say?
Oh, let me get to it in a second. Damn.
Okay.
Not you, but this they little. Damn. Okay. How many acres is that? They actually built that shit?
Yeah.
That's the actual picture of it, or is this like a drawing?
That's an actual picture.
Get the fuck. That's actually nice.
Yeah, it had a little meeting. The meeting center was in the pyramid, and they had the little campgrounds and stuff like that. And I think they were setting up little houses so people could live and stuff. And
Little Egypt.
Yeah.
Little Egypt came out stunting, wearing nothing but a. Let me stop.
Are we gonna? Is this a preview of what Hotepistan looks like?
It's like it could be Hotepistan fairgrounds, maybe. Could be the Hotepistan fairgrounds. Why not? Like they even got a little sound stage over there in the corner. That's dope. That's fire. Dope. Let's bring that over here. So let's read this and we're gonna get to the Tank Davis shit. It says, alert, 194 WHO countries agree to arrest citizens who oppose bird flu vaccine media blackout. 194 World Health Organization member states have agreed to begin arresting and prosecuting citizens who speak out against the bird flu vacation. As part of tough new measures designed to stomp out so-called misinformation, the World Healthy Assembly this week adopted amendments to the controversial international health regulations without any fanfare from the mainstream media. Those amendments abolish the nation's sovereignty of countries, grant the WHO sweeping powers to pass laws in Western nations, and criminalizes speech that the WHO says undermines official narratives. They finally getting a hold of this stuff because Hotep's been reported on this when allegedly Nickel Slick signed over our sovereign rights to the WHO when it comes to pandemics. We've talked about this already. And now it seems like the rest of the world is catching up. That's what's happening. Nickel Slick said that the WHO can make laws however they see fit when it comes to, or they can not make laws, but they can what's the word, Jay? They can enact national emergencies on behalf of the United States when it comes to pandemics. Hotep's been told you about that, but this is really interesting because I feel like there is another something coming, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to push the bird flu now that Mexico said that man ain't died from the bird flu. He had all these other problems, right? And then you know how they said that he had the bird flu. You know how they figured it out? PCR test. PCR test. The same PCR test that. Shout out to Dr. Tanai Ricks and shout out to Hotep G's Uncle Hotep and myself. It was like, yo, how the PCR test can pick up these other viruses when they all under the same umbrella. COVID, pneumonia, swine flu, regular flu, bird flu, common cold, all coronaviruses. So did you test him and he test positive for coronavirus and he's like, oh, it's called the bird flu. What it sound like to me. And then and Mexico called him out on their bullshit. Like, yo, he had other problems. That wasn't what he died from. And then boom shakalaka, you heard about it no more. You heard about it no more. Mike says also our Congress would bend over and allow it anyway. Fucking ridiculous. Anyway, let's talk about Tank Davis. Jay, you said Tank was going to lose. You said Tank was going to lose. You said Martin had his number and Tank was going to suffer his first loss. How do you feel about that, Jay?
I was watching for the upset. We had like 4 or 5 upsets, so I thought maybe this would be another one of the upsets. Like Tank can handle his business, and obviously after he got Martin out of there, Martin hung with him for a good 6 rounds. By the 6th round, Tank had him figured out. And Tank never let up. Tank never stepped off the gas. He kept on coming up with those big shots on Martin's head. So he stayed right there with him, trading with him, and he kept on the gas until he got him out of there. Martin was slumped over in that corner because Martin stayed in one spot for far too long. But before that, Martin was running the really good game plan, and he was ahead on the cards. He was backing him up.
Okay.
Say what?
I think he was ahead on the cards because Tank was trying to figure him out.
Right. Yeah, Tank was trying to figure him out. It was a difficult fight. So it was a good fight. It was an exciting fight. I was just watching for the upset. We had the Chinese man Zhang knocked out Wilder. We had, what was the other 2 cats? Devin Haney got beat up by Ryan Garcia. Adrian Broner got beat up by his guy that he was fighting him. They knocked out his tooth and everything. And a couple other little surprises too prior to that. So I thought, well, if anything's going to be a surprise, it could be Martin, because I know Martin has his issues. And I said that a lot though in the lead up to it. I said Martin has a lot of issues he's going to have to overcome. But if he tries to fight the perfect game plan, he might be able to take it. But Tank is sturdy as a tank. He's not one to be played with. So he got him out of there. And then the one fight that I had,
he almost got him out of there in the first round because he landed a punch that wobbled his knees, and that's when he went for the clinch.
Yeah, in the fight that the Poro versus Matias fight, though, I thought it would be a draw, and everyone was saying, "Are you crazy?" But I really thought that Matias was going to get exposed, and he did, and so I'm glad how that one turned out. At least I got that one correct. But I'm just watching for the upsets. Obviously, Tank is one of the superior athletes in the game. I don't know who could match up with Tank. They said some nonsense about Lomachenko. Lomachenko is spent. He lost to Devin Haney. He'd have to be the old Lomachenko to be able to match the power of Tank. Because Tank's got a lot of power. And I would say that Tank also has a ton of endurance.
Yeah, he does. I mean, to me, he was just walking him down the whole time. He let him get a couple punches off. He let him
just like Usyk, just like Usyk did against Fury.
But once Tank dropped his guard, when he knew he could take the punch and he knew his combos, I was like, oh, he got him figured out. It's over. It's supposed to be over. And Tank said he was going to drop him in 8 rounds, and Tank dropped him in 8 rounds. Tank dropped him in 8 rounds.
Yeah, he's got him. He got him figured out. But yeah, he's stuck in that. I don't know if did you have that little part playback where he got knocked out?
Yeah, I'm looking for it now. I thought it was
okay. Yeah, Lomachenko is not going to be able to handle what Tank is bringing in. Lomachenko lost a step or two because he took too much time off, and he went off to go fight that war in Ukraine with Russia. And after that, he was a depleted fighter. So if Lomachenko comes back to try to take on Tank, he's going to get washed. I can't imagine him. He would have, there's just no way. I just can't imagine it.
Like Garcia, he wants to get a rematch. He even came to the fight with a shirt that said rematch on it. So that was
Garcia does stand an outside chance of winning. He's not going. I don't think he would knock out Tank or any of that nonsense. But if he does the similar, what Martin was attempting to do, which is fight the perfect game plan, punch, move, stick and move, lateral movement, keep him to the outside, then come back in. If he did that, he might be able to do it, but he'd have to hold steady with that for 12 rounds because Tank's endurance is next level.
He'll took it back to Baltimore with the off the top rope backflip. We used to do that off the fences all the time.
So who you think's getting Tank? Nobody, right?
I don't think so.
Not in his division, in his weight class.
Nobody.
Like if he had a fight Inoue and they were at the same weight, Inoue would wash Tank. But that's not happening.
I agree. He had to go. He's going to have to go up a weight class.
If he goes up a weight class, now he's going to be in he would be in rougher territory because of his height.
Yeah, but
he's perfect right where he's at.
Yeah, he could. I mean, maybe one day.
He can't take on the cats that are like, he can't. Tank wouldn't be able to those outside stiff jab that straights and stuff like that would keep Tank at bay.
I think that's it right here. Boom, he hit him with that uppercut. And that's what he was out right there on his feet. And boom, that was over.
Anyway, the monster would wash Tank in 7 rounds if they were the same weight class.
What monster?
I'm hyping up JR Bell because he knows his boxing too, and he's like, anyway, doesn't beat him either.
Yo.
Not against Tank. Tank is tough though.
He tough, yo. He a tough kid. HJ gonna say he look like me. I said Tank don't look like. I don't think Tank look like me. He tripping.
Why? Just because is he from Baltimore, right?
Yeah, he's from Baltimore. But Tank don't look like me.
Matt Earth Theory, salute.
But yeah,
I don't think there's anyone in his weight class except for Garcia. If let's say Garcia fought the perfect plan, did just like what Martin was doing, stayed on the outside, lateral movement, stick and move, jab, 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 straight. Then hit him with that crazy uppercut. He might even wobble him like we saw happen when he fought what's his face. It was a couple months back ago that Tank got wobbled. That could happen, but but anyone in his weight class, Tank is steamrolling over. There's nobody going to be beating him right now, except Inoue if he drops all the weight and fights Inoue down at Inoue's weight.
Well, we're gonna see. I don't know like I said, I don't think there's anybody that could beat Tank. Period. So, Synergy Strength sent me this. This what I thought was interesting. If it'll pop up, because now it looks like it doesn't want to pop up. How about that? Why does that not want to pop up now? There it go. What you think about this, Jay?
Dang.
I will endeavor to stay alive. Elon Musk reveals there were 2 failed assassination attempts against him. And apparently this is from the Gateway Pundit. That's wild. I don't not believe him though. I don't not believe him. They got the 2 guys that did the water engine out of the paint. Why wouldn't they want to get Elon Musk out of there? Elon probably got the best security system in the world. He probably got AI, he got androids keeping him safe 24/7. He probably got the robot from RoboCop outside his front door. Oh my god, yeah, you're right. That's what it do deserve. Who you think trying to get him though? You think it's Hillary?
It doesn't make any. I don't understand. I really don't understand who would be trying to take him out,
bruh. I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
Car manufacturers. I don't know. The Clintons.
It's just getting rid of everybody.
Oh, he's got to go. He's got to go.
Oh man, was he? What did he make a mean tweet about Boeing? That'll do it.
That would do it. He might be trying to take over Boeing.
He got mean Boeing tweets. They might get him out the paint on that.
He was on Rogan talking about how easy it would be for him to make an airplane electric.
Oh, see, you don't want to mess with Boeing. I don't know what kind of. They got all kind of hitman money over there. You might leave them alone.
No Toes said Jonathan Greenblatt on the grassy knoll.
Shoot.
Slope on Elon.
It's getting rough out there.
Oh my gosh, that is funny. Bezos.
Bezos getting out. Agent 47.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Then they created the Bezos family is the one that created they were part of the military-industrial complex that came up with the internets back in the day.
Is that right?
So they just gave it, the whole thing was rigged. They just gave him the Amazon from A to Z thing so that he could take over take away from the brick and mortar and the mom and pop shops. They didn't want those in charge. They already had agreements. If you go back and look at some of the Freedom of Information Act documentation, you'll see that the large companies such as Walmart and them all had options going back to allocate government resources, power, structure, underground dwellings, all to the elite in the case of strategic events taking place in the United States. So that's the entire movement of why they built up Amazon. It's an entirely military-industrial complex movement in order to get that, take it away from the power of the people and put it back in the hands of the government.
NBC, and you have to remember.
Sorry. This guy talking for 4 fucking minutes. Of course he is. But yeah, you're right. You are right. Elon better watch his neck, boy. Better watch that neck. Speed round now. East Palestine train derailment spreads hazardous pollution to 16 states. Study says no shit. When it got into the Ohio River, we knew that was going to happen. Am I wrong or am I right? All right.
Oh, we've been on it.
We've been on it. The destruction from the massive train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, spread far beyond the initial wreckage site, spewing hazardous pollution across 16 states, according to a newly released study. I wonder what states those are. Can we see? Of course, they can't tell us. Huh?
I got these kids to bed. I appreciate you for having me on.
No, I appreciate you.
I hear them in there. They didn't head to bed like they were supposed to, so I got to get them under
control. Go do what you got to do.
Go do what you got to do. Daddy salute to the chat. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Make sure if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like. Yep. And if you like the content, go ahead and show some support for Ken and hit up the Cash App and help him out. It's been hard times out in these streets. We're just trying to survive.
Out, please.
All right, Hotep and Bill. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, bye. I need to get them dino nuggets, y'all. I gotta buy dino nuggets, okay? G, appreciate you. But yeah, we knew about this, y'all. We knew about this, right? This shit could have came as far south as Virginia. You know what I mean? This shit is crazy. Now all of a sudden, what has it been, like a year? It's been a year, right? Since the East Ohio shit? Yeah, February 2023. So it's been a little over a year. Now we see. I heard about. I've had to send one of my kids back to bed for about 4 times now. That's how it be. I heard about 20 people detained on the Be More ship. True. Well, they were detained, but from what I read, I meant to bring that up this morning. But from what I read, they released everybody now. Everybody on the I think it was like 28 crew members, but I think they released them all now. They've all been released. But they were detained for a long time. They were detained since the ship wrecked. But yeah, I mean, we knew this shit was happening. But now they wait for a year to tell us that shit. After people been drinking the water and some more shit. So I can only imagine what's going to happen, especially in the people in the immediate area. What kind of health problems they're going to have. That's going to be crazy. Holy smokes. And you're right, 16 is probably low. 16 is probably low. It's fucking crazy. Nonsensical. But else, where we at? We're going to get on the last thing, wherever it is. Let me find it. Just had it. We already talked about that, actually. So, all right, this is what we're about to do. Jay done came out with a new song. I know, Jack Reeves, I know you got a song, but we're going to run with Jay's tonight. I'm going to hit you up probably next week. Send me your songs next week so we can play them joints in the beginning of the stream. Can you say mesothelioma? Right, exactly. You can hear the ads now. Yeah, exactly. Them Peter T. Nickel ads. Did you live in East Palestine, Ohio between the years of February 2023 and February 2025? You may be entitled for compensation.
called Peter T. Nickel. Oh shit. Anyway, so Jay came out with a new song. As soon as I find it, let me go to his channel real fast. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Damn, this should just play immediately. Fuck. I done upgraded my memory and stuff on my computer, and this shit is just fast. Anyway, there we go. So Jay got a new song out called Invisible, guys. We're gonna play this one out. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon, and let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream, let people know we live. You're catching the replay, leave a comment, let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. You want to donate to the channel. $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, guys. $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. Super chats, rumble rants, always welcome in Joe Biden's America. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. Here we go. We're going to play Jay's new song, Invisible. Let's get it.
I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. When the lights dim down low, I start to feel the distance grow. Yeah, I'm caught in the shadows, applauding everyone else's existence. Feels like you're looking down on me. You're so high up, who needs company? I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. I'm here in the back of the room, clear but just out of focus. I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. I'm here in the back of the room, clear but just out of focus. I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. I'm here in the back of the room, clear but just out of focus. I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. Feels like you're looking down on me. You're so high up, who needs company? I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. I'm here in the back of the room, clear but just out of focus. I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. Sometimes it feels like I've seen through, but just a really bad review. Tell me what it is that keeps you high above it all. Feels like you're looking down on me. You're so high up, who needs company? I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. I'm here in the back of the room, clear but just out of focus. I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. I'm here in the back of the room, clear but just out of focus. I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed. I'm not invisible, just a little unnoticed.
So relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.